No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why. Until the dawn, I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each movie he makes. Cause every slither he takes sort of reminds.
Greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All right, praise Allah. Well, thank you for wishing me peace, but we want to wish you peace. This is a very troubled world.
That's right.
So today our keynote speaker, Brother Student Minister Herman Muhammad, is going to do part 2 of the Muslim program. And you all turn to the inside back page of your Final Call newspaper. You will see what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. And he's going to do part 2 of that. They always asked us, what do you guys want?
Right.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad laid out for them what we want. Now, are you going to give us that or what? So it's very intense, this what we want and what we believe. But there's nothing wrong with, you asking for something. We were slaves in this country for 310 years. And so they promised us, well, I don't want to say promise it. They told us, we're going to give you Negroes 300, we're going to give you 440 acres and a mule. Okay, but they didn't ask us what we want after 310 years. I mean, they whipped the hell out of us for 310 years.
Right.
And then said, you Negroes are emancipated and proclamated.
Right.
But they didn't ask us what we want. So a man comes along, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he tells them what we want. And what we want comes from God.
That's right.
That's right. So now, what is their response? Since we fit the scripture, being in slavery, in bondage for 400 years, go find it in the book of Genesis. You brothers look very intelligent. So go find it in the book of Genesis. All them people over there that call themselves Jews and today is the Passover, they never was in slavery, in bondage to no one.
That's right.
That's right. That's us.
That's us. Come on.
So today is Passover.
Right.
That's right.
For black people.
Come on.
Not for them white people over there. They murdering our brothers and sisters, the Palestinians, and starving them to death.
Yes, you are.
So now what do you think God's going to do? So, man, all praise is due to Allah. I'm thankful for every day. I was going along happy-go-lucky in the Nation of Islam, thinking I was, indestructible.
Come on.
But Allah showed me, you're not me.
Right.
You're just a part of me.
Right.
You're not me. The only one indestructible is Allah.
That's right.
That's right. But when we get into that spirit, we feel like that too sometimes.
Come on, brother.
So Allah have to peg you a little bit to let you know you're not indestructible. I am. You follow me, obey me, and I'll let you live on. And so, praise be to Allah. I'm thankful today for April 21st, 2024.
Yes, sir.
We're in a whole nother century. I was born last century.
Right.
Some of you all were born in this century. See? So I'm thankful for today because I never thought that I would see this far in the 21st century. So praise Allah. You know, he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. So he promised us that we would have that. And he raised from us, everybody's talking about him, Jesus. But the Jesus was to come from us. And the promise that Jesus gave was we would have life, and we would have life more abundantly. Well, how do you have life? You have to have life obeying God. If you don't obey God, you can't have life, because he's the giver of life.
Right.
Is that right?
That's right.
So he told us how to eat to live.
Right.
But the enemy tells you, eat all you want to eat. Eat 3 times a day. When you're hungry, snack. Eat before you go to bed. Just eat all the time. Is that right? And it destroys our health. Because this is the temple of God. This is where God dwells. And like I said, you know, we feel indestructible. But Allah has to, let us know we're really not indestructible. There's only one indestructible source, and that's Allah God. All right?
Yes, sir.
Praise Allah. So, this is something for Sister Mary. Because you was making it, I was making it too. But I sent out a message to the believers that's on my page. There is a Caucasian woman from Afghanistan making the bean pie. And she posted it up how she's doing it and everything. And I was like,
Go ahead.
Sometimes we get disgruntled. Or sometimes we feel that we love everybody. That, particular cooking is for Muslims in the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
That's not for them.
That's right.
They gonna take it and I don't think Allah will bless them to do that. But then again, he might, just to show us, that we shouldn't have done that. It was some disgruntled Muslim that gave that woman the bean pie recipe. Now you know them, they commercializers. They'll go out there and make a grip of money. And we still struggling around here trying to sell a pie for $10.
Right.
And they out there, they'll commercialize that thing, man, and make billions of dollars.
That's right.
Because they always want the pie. They see us out there with them pies, and they be the main ones that slip up on you. How much is that pie?
Come on.
That's right.
That's right.
And, I know I've been asked, how do you make that? And I just tell them, well, God, shows me how to make it when I get in the kitchen and make it. And they don't believe in
That's a
God
good answer.
other than themselves,
Right.
So they just blow me off.
Great.
Go ahead and buy the pie, and move on. But I want to say, because I know brothers getting ready to come up. So I want to talk about my brother.
Go ahead.
Brother Student Minister Herman Muhammad. This is a good brother.
Yes, sir.
He may be a millionaire, I don't know. But he wrote a book called How to Get Rich.
That's right.
So if somebody's writing books like that, you think about that.
Right.
Somebody poor ain't gonna write a book how to get rich and they poor. So apparently, brother has insight on that.
That's right.
Come on.
But he's a good brother. I've been knowing brother over 30 years.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if he thinks like I think, but when I first came in the nation, I thought this thing could be done quick.
Yes, sir.
Because we never knew who the devil was.
Go ahead.
And someone was teaching us, telling us who he is. We didn't know who we were. We thought we was a bunch of Negroes.
That's right.
And then we used all the derogatory terms that the enemy called us.
Right.
We called ourselves jigaboos and bird heads and nappy heads and, any kind of thing that you could think of that was negative, that's what we thought we was. And then a man started teaching us that, you know, the black man is God.
Yes.
Never heard that.
Right.
Never heard that.
I never heard
I
that.
never heard that.
And when I heard that, it was like electricity shot up into my brain, and I was like, whoa. And so my mindset was to find people that thought like that.
That's right.
So I could get with them people, and let's go ahead and move this enemy out of the way,
Right.
and let's go ahead and take back our planet.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
The planet is ours.
That's right.
They dig it up, they got a thing they call Egyptology, but they don't have Europology,
Right.
Greekology.
Right.
They got Greek mythology,
Right.
but they don't have any other kind of ology to study a civilization but Egyptology.
Right.
You know, they were amazed when they went over there and saw what we had produced, and that was just a little bit of it.
Yes.
And so they said, oh, so they robbed us of the knowledge of self and put their face on our
On it. That's right.
creation
That's right.
and our construction. So they put a white face up there. You know, so when I heard this, I said, man, let me find where these people are. So I went and was looking, you know, and I met a brother that told me, well, they have a meeting over there, but that's not real Islam.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I said, well, I sat with them for a minute, and I didn't like what I was hearing.
Right.
So I said, these ain't the people.
Yeah,
Right.
that don't sound right.
So I kept looking, and I found a brother, may Allah be pleased with him, Brother Lawrence Muhammad.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
be to Allah.
Man,
Yes,
that
sir.
brother. And when I found him, I met Sister Titus's mom, her sister, her
Right.
brother, and I met these people, and these people all were saying the same thing, and it was akin to what was coming up out of my soul
That's
right.
that I was yearning
Teach on
for.
that. That's right.
Yes.
And I said, man, I found what I was looking for.
Yes, sir.
So when you find what you're looking for, why would you go somewhere
There
else?
it is. There
I
it
said,
is.
well, let me dig in. I need to know what the program is. So the brother told me the program, and he gave me
Excellent opening.
Come
this
on.
Go ahead,
paper
brother.
called
ahead,
The Final Call.
That's
There you
right.
go. That's the program.
And then he told me, he said, well, this is how we reach our people.
Go ahead.
He said, if you don't have this paper,
Go ahead.
our people don't want to talk to you. Our people will cuss you out if you tell them that Jesus ain't white. My grandmother almost slapped me. May Allah be pleased with her. When
Right.
I told her that, you know, Jesus wasn't white, he's a black man, she almost smacked me. I'm a grown man, she almost slapped me. She held herself up. I guess she remembered it. Well, he's grown now, I can't slap him around anymore. But that's the way our people have been taught,
Yes.
you know. So he put this paper in my hand and then told me, you know, brother, let me show you how to sell it. So the one that was real good at selling The Final Call was Brother Willie.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
That brother could sell a Final Call newspaper.
Yes, sir.
And he showed me how to do it. So you have, this is not a nation where we force you to do something. You have to volunteer for what you believe in.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Beautiful, brother.
I accepted it, and I took the paper and I started taking instruction. We have to be instructed. Black people have never been instructed by black people.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Our only teacher has been the white man.
Yes.
That's right.
We've never had another teacher.
Teach.
Teach, brother.
Teach.
So we have this brother teaching me how to do this, and I got pretty good, I gotta say.
Yes, sir. I bear witness.
I ain't pumping my own horn, but I got pretty good. Then I met this brother, Brother Herman, and was I captain?
You had just got off the boat.
I just got off the boat.
Yes, sir.
But I used to train men
Yes,
to
sir.
do this.
Yes, sir.
Take them out. Let's go, door to door, street corner. let's take this paper, because I believe that what is in this and what we were given is the truth. Not your truth, my truth. There ain't but one truth.
That's right.
It's one.
That's Allah God.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
And so, you know, when I met Brother Herman is a businessman, so I met him, and he's a, you know, a very good businessman. But what I met in Brother Herman was his attitude.
That's right.
Come on, brother.
He's a good brother. You know, I didn't feel any animosity. You know, when we come into power, we gods, man. We get to jockeying. But brother didn't have that spirit.
That's right.
You know, so later on he became the captain, and he had to do what every captain does. You have to train the men how to sell the final call newspaper. Train the men, as Brother Jamal said, into the program. This is a program to put our people back on top of civilization.
That's right.
That part.
We were there. The enemy came in and took us out and destroyed everything in our mind of memory of God.
Right.
Teach.
The black man at one time knew he was God.
Yeah.
Lecture right.
Go ahead, bro.
Everything we did was on a magnanimous
God. Go ahead.
scale
Go ahead, brother.
to show the earth
Go ahead.
that the black man was God. And in every civilization you go into, you find that the black man was there and he left a sign of his greatness.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
When they show you all the Buddhas and all that, that's the black man.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Look at his hair, it's all
Go ahead,
braided up.
Go ahead,
Go
brother.
ahead.
They show you any civilization where the dark people are.
Go ahead,
That's the
brother.
black man.
Go ahead, brother.
Right.
So,
Go ahead.
you know, in my conclusion to bring brother up, when I met brother, I felt his spirit,
Good spirit.
which was the spirit to do the mission.
That's right.
Not vain,
Nah.
you know, he's not a vain brother,
No, sir.
but he's a good brother. He helped you if you need some help.
Right.
Go ahead.
And that's the kind of spirit you gotta have to be the student minister in the Nation of Islam.
Exactly.
You have to be not self-serving,
Right.
but be serving
Serving the people.
of the people.
That's
right.
And that's the kind of spirit that brother has. And that's what makes me want to help him
Yes, sir.
to do the job.
Yes, sir.
So whatever is needed of me
Let's do it.
within my ability, I want to help my brother
Praise
to be
be to
successful. And that's the kind of spirit we got to have with each other.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Not trying to pull your brother down. You don't want to be the crab.
No, sir.
Come on.
Come on, man, a crab is a nasty looking thing. You don't want to be the crab. The brother's going up, about to get out the bucket, and then you grab him.
Right.
You don't want to be that person. What you want to be is a brother, and you see that brother about to get to the tip and get out, push him,
That's
Right.
right. There you go.
help him.
That's
That's the
right.
teacher.
So now he found a way, and then he should turn back and say, shoot, let me
Pull
get
him
one
up.
of them other ones out of
That's
there.
right.
There it is.
And he pull you up.
Right.
Bring him on, brother.
See? So with that, let me bring up my brother,
Praise.
brother student
Praise be
minister,
to Allah, brother.
Herman Muhammad.
Praise.
Go ahead.
Praise be to Allah. That's the first real live Muslim I ever seen. He was standing on the doorpost when I came to the mosque.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Standing.
Let us first start by saying, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As students of religion, as citizens of this wonderful planet that we call Earth, we thank Allah for all of his servants, all of his messengers, all of his prophets, all of his great ones, all of the messages that they brought. So we thank Allah for Abraham and Moses and Aaron and the Israelite prophets and the divine revelation of the Holy Torah or the Old Testament.
Yes,
We
sir.
thank Allah for Jesus and his apostles and the divine revelation of the Injil, the Gospel, the New Testament. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah of 1400 years ago and the divine revelation of the Holy Quran. May the peace and blessings be upon each and every one of these worthy servants of his. As students of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we can never thank Allah enough for coming and intervening in our affairs.
That's right.
When I talk about our affairs, I want y'all to really take that word "our" literally in yours and mine, because God came and intervened in our affairs.
Yes, sir.
In the divine person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and upon his arrival, he raised one from amongst us, a Georgia-born black man who only went to the 4th grade of school, but has become the most powerful human being to ever walk this earth.
Yes, sir.
Besides God himself. And that is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But if I live to be 1,000, I can never thank Allah personally enough for leaving one as an example, a beautiful, refined, righteous human being.
Yeah.
A noble example for not just us, but for all of humanity.
That's right.
He's the man I'm striving, man, so hard to represent to you today. And man, he is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
It is in their names that we greet you, my beautiful sisters and brothers, in our original language. We say Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
How is everyone?
Fine,
Fine,
sir.
sir.
All praise is due to Allah. Thank you, Brother Joe, again for that.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you go, man. Like, you let him stay up there. But we did prepare something for you today. We want to go into, like Brother Gerald was saying, what we started a couple weeks ago, the Muslim program. Before we get into that, just a little bit of housekeeping. For everything Nation of Islam, go to NOI.org to get the latest and the greatest, the biggest and the baddest, the blackest and the boldest newspaper on earth, The Final Call. Go to finalcalldigital.com. And for everything Nation of Islam Denver related, go to noidenver.org. To reiterate, you all got the latest issue of The Final Call, The Reward, Mercy, and Grace of God. Man, powerful, powerful edition. And read that article by the minister, Islam, an Invitation to All Humanity, when you get a chance. Very powerful as well. But we're going into our subject, which is entitled The Muslim Program. And this is the Muslim Program Part 2. We started again a couple of weeks ago talking about the Muslim Program.
Right.
And we only got through points 1 through 4 of what the Muslims want. And so we're going to continue on, but we'll definitely review those 4 before we continue. But when we talk about a Muslim program, to my brother's point, we need a new program.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? What do you mean, Brother Herman? Well, I was watching last night, the Nuggets smack the Lakers.
Yeah.
Just wham!
Yeah.
And I usually only watch the NBA during playoff time. I really don't trip during the rest of the year, but playoffs are exciting, that level of competition, so I'll normally tune in. But as I'm watching that, I'm realizing, because I'm conscious, because I have knowledge of self, that this is a program.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
This is absolutely a program. and what I mean by program, I mean that in the truest sense of the word. Now let me give you a definition of program. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Program comes from the Latin programma, from Greek, a public notice, a brief, usually printed outline of the order to be followed, of the features to be presented, and the persons participating as in public performance. The performance of a program, especially a performance broadcast on radio or television. But the program that I'm really talking about, because it's definitely a broadcast on radio or television, but number 3, a plan or system under which action may be taken towards a goal.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the type of programming that we're talking about, because whenever you watch television programming,
Has a goal.
they're programming you
Toward a goal.
towards a certain goal,
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
In the example of the nuggets, the Holy Quran says that the enjoyment of this world's life is but sport and play.
That's right.
See, they make it so miserable for us all the time that we're constantly looking for a release.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're constantly looking for some relief from the stress that we have in our everyday life. So here comes the basketball game.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Here comes the football game. Here comes that television program or HBO or Cinemax or TNT or whatever. But we're being programmed.
Yes, sir.
Because during that time, they're showing us commercials, right?
Right.
And the Cialis commercial is going to come up.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
Viagra.
Yes, sir.
Or they got so many of them, man. The drug industry is constantly Shingrix. You know what I'm saying? They're constantly bombarding us with different ads. They're
Yes, sir.
programming us to want to take this particular drug or that drug for this or that ailment.
Program.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, they tell you all of, but they say it real fast, all the side effects that you're gonna get. This one causes constipation,
Mike,
constipation,
Go ahead.
diarrhea, headaches, suicidal ideations. Look, all these
Yeah.
side effects they're
Yeah.
gonna tell you right at the end, but they done already laid the program on you.
Right.
They done laid all that on you already, so you gonna go and get that drug, go and get that shot, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they advertising, they're programming us to get it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
So
right.
we need something to take us away from
that.
their program.
That's right.
That's right.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came up with the Muslim program.
Right.
Now Muslim, because we know what a program is that right?
Yes, sir.
Is one who submits himself or herself entirely to the will of Allah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on.
See, because we're constantly being programmed to submit ourselves to the will of the devil.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Think about it now. Think about it. All the problems that we have in our life, whatever that is, if we drink too much, if we smoke too much, if we eat too much,
Yeah.
if we chase strange women or we chase strange men, it's all because you've been programmed to do so.
In program. Go ahead, brother.
None of us were born in a vacuum. You see what I'm saying? We were all born a blank slate. Little baby, man,
Yeah.
nursing off your mama's breast. And she started teaching you from the gate.
That's right.
That's right.
But as we grow, we begin to be programmed by certain things that come into our lives. There's programming once you get to school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Man, y'all all right?
Yeah. Come on with that, brother. Come
So
on.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, man, we need a Muslim program. We need a program that's going to cause us to submit ourselves to God.
Right.
Go
Because
ahead.
this world is being run by the devil,
Yes, sir.
by Satan himself. Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he made a statement not too long ago. He spoke to a group called the Nubian Circle. And he was giving them guidance on where they should go in this organization.
Yeah.
And he said, sisters and brothers, go back to the back page of this. And he held up a Final Call newspaper. And you will see the Muslim program. What the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. It's not just for black. It's not just for brown. It's not just for Muslims. It's for every human being.
That's right.
Now I want y'all to think about those words when we talk about what's in the Muslim program. Because it's not just for black people. It's not just for brown people.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not just for Muslims. It's for everybody.
That's right.
Look, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote 5 books. One of them, the most famous one, is called Message to the Blacks, from which all color comes. Are y'all hearing me?
Go ahead.
So if you took every color in the rainbow or in the world and you put it together, it would make up black. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So, black, in terms of the message that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad brought, in terms of the message to the black man, was not just for us. It was for everyone who would submit.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's right. That's right.
See, God don't send a messenger except for that messenger bring freedom, justice, and equality to everyone who hears his voice.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir.
As horrible as white people have been, and they have been horrible.
Come on.
They can survive if they submit.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's right.
So even in that example, Brother Gerald, with the bean pie, it probably was some disgruntled Muslim who put it out there.
Yes,
I came from. But Allah allowed it
to happen. Yes, sir.
allowed it. See, the Muslim program is for the entire world. The Muslim program, we, right here in this room, this little small, little raggedy little group, and the larger nation of Islam throughout the country, we are the light of the world.
Yes, sir.
We are the light of the Muslim world.
That's right.
The world is going crazy.
Yeah, go ahead,
Sir.
brother.
The scripture talks about when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the end is here, not near.
It's here.
It's here.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And right now, man, the way Israel is acting, they just bombed Rafah again yesterday.
Yeah,
They bombed Iran a couple of days ago.
yeah.
Are y'all seeing what's going on?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
The end is here. But the light of the world is not them Muslims over there. The light of the world is right here.
That's
Yeah.
right. Come on.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, go ahead.
The light of the world is the Messiah, who is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. See?
Man, y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So the Muslim program starts with points 1 through 4, which we went through, and I'm going to go through them very briefly, real quick. The first one is we want freedom. We want a full and complete freedom. Sound good, don't it?
It does.
We're gonna circle back, but we're gonna go through these real quick. The second one, and this is all in the back page of your Final Call newspaper too, is we want justice. Equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color.
Yeah.
Third one, we want equality of opportunity.
Opportunity.
We want equal membership in society with the best of society. Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Go
we
ahead.
want freedom, we want justice, we want equality, right? Number 4, and this is important before I show you all that this is a foundational principle. This number 4 point is something that we absolutely stand on, and we're going to tell you why. We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants of slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate state for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a mouthful, ain't it?
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm saying it's foundational because we want this because we didn't get the other 3.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
We don't have freedom in America.
Sure don't.
Don't you dare tell me you got freedom. Because I'm going to ask you to prove it. We don't have justice and we don't have equality of opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
And so because we don't have that and we've been trying to get it, listen man, we've been, the enemy will say that the first record of black people come to America, that it happened in 1619. And so they did an actual project called the 1619 Project in 2019 that commemorated, I won't say celebrated, but commemorated our 400 years being here.
Yeah.
But in truth, the first record of slaves weren't brought here in 1619. According to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the first records of slaves being brought here to this country happened in 1555.
That's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were brought here on a ship named Jesus of Lubeck. 1555. And I'm making that point because ever since we were brought here, we've been trying to get freedom, justice,
Go ahead.
and equality.
Go ahead.
That's
That's
right.
right.
The whole time.
The whole time.
That's right.
Now I want y'all to think about that.
Every day.
That's a lot of years. We've been trying to get freedom, justice, and equality for over 400 years. And they haven't given it to... Okay, you got the right to vote. But you can vote for Trump. You can vote for Biden. You can vote for Kennedy.
Right.
You can vote for Beelzebub. You can vote for Satan. You can vote for the devil. Right? You can vote for any of these people, but none of them, which one of these candidates are offering black people freedom, justice,
Go
and
ahead.
equality?
Go
The
ahead.
above. None.
So if they're not offering that, if that isn't even on the table, then why would we vote for them?
Go ahead.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we want to establish a separate state or territory of our own. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because everything that we need, we can produce it ourselves.
That's right.
Right.
You say, well, brother, if y'all can produce it for yourself, why are you asking them to supply your needs for 20 to 25 years? Because they owe us that.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
And more. They owe us that.
And more.
Look, man, if you borrow somebody, if you loan somebody $1,000, right? And they tell you they're gonna pay you back in a week, and you don't see them in a week, you don't see them in a month, You don't see him in a year.
Yeah.
And you see him 2 years from now. What you gonna say to him?
Where's my money?
That part. That part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? Yeah, go ahead.
You gonna ask for that. So it's the same thing with us and the government of the United States. I mean, the United States of America. Where my money at? That's what we should be asking.
Yeah.
But not money. We want land.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
So that was number 4. Again, that's foundational, right?
Amen.
So number 5 reads like this. We want freedom for all believers of Islam now held in federal prisons. We want freedom for all black men and women now under death sentence in innumerable prisons in the North as well as the South. We want every black man and woman to have the freedom to accept or reject being separated from the slave master children and establish a land of their own. We know, that's in bold, we know that the above plan for the solution of the black and white conflict is the best and only answer to the problem between the two people.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, some of us, we have a little trepidation when we say we want freedom for all black men and women held under death sentence in the innumerable prisons in the North as well as the South. I know some of y'all might know some Negroes who, you know, you might think they need to be in jail.
Hell
You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, family, is we've all been bit.
Yeah, that's right.
No one is unaffected by the enemy that has programmed us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, you gotta love this black man. He believes that all of our people can be redeemed.
That's right.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Go ahead.
And so if all of these people have been affected and infected by the devil for whatever reason, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that in truth we shouldn't be responsible for what we do before having knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you come through the doors of the Nation of Islam and you accept your own and begin being yourself, all of that madness that you did in the past is thrown into the sea of forgetfulness.
Come on, go ahead.
Right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Go ahead.
Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In Scripture, this is so powerful. Because in the book of Isaiah, 49th chapter, shall the prey be taken from the mighty? Or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children, and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Man, that's a powerful scripture.
Go ahead.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
That's a powerful scripture. And it speaks to that point
Yeah.
that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us in terms of being point number 5, which says that we want them all set free. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. This one, number 6. Whew. We want an immediate end to the police brutality and mob attacks against the so-called Negro throughout the United States. We believe that the federal government should intercede to see that black men and women tried in white courts receive justice in accordance with the laws of the land, or allow us to build a new nation for ourselves dedicated to justice, freedom, and liberty. Now look at that.
Go ahead.
And remember, we said that number 4 was foundational.
Yeah.
We want an immediate end to the police brutality. You know, it's gotten so bad with police killing black people that now it's not even a story anymore.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not even a hashtag.
Go ahead.
It just happens, man. The story comes up and it goes away. Another dead black man or black woman or whatever the case may be, but it just goes away. So we have all of these stories, man.
Go ahead, brother. Teach. Go ahead.
We have all of these stories of innocent black people who weren't doing nothing but minding their business.
Bring it up.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
the truth
right.
out. Gone.
And gone. And it's rare. In fact, I want to say the one where the brother got shot in the back, Walter Scott. That was the first one in terms of a policeman shooting a brother in the back on camera to where the white officer got convicted of murder.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you got all these other instances where, you know, they give these people administrative leave
That's right.
With pay.
with pay,
With pay.
Transfer to other cities.
Transfer.
Jobs.
transfer, get another
Yeah,
gig somewhere
go ahead,
else, kill
go
some
ahead.
more black people.
That's right. That's the big one there, brother.
But we want to end to that. Is that right?
That's right.
We believe that the federal government should intercede to see that black men and women tried in white courts receive justice in accordance with the laws of the land, or allow us, again, here go that separation piece,
That's right.
to build a new nation for ourselves, dedicated to justice, freedom, and liberty.
Yes, sir.
Man, all of these, man, are related. Number 7, as long as we are not allowed to establish a state or territory of our own, we demand not only equal justice under the laws of the United States, but equal employment opportunities now.
Now.
We do not believe that after 400 years of free or nearly free labor, sweat and blood, which has helped America become rich and powerful, that so many thousands of black people should have to subsist on relief, charity, or live in poor houses.
Go ahead.
Look, man. This is a powerful point.
Yes, sir.
Because you got to think, again, we were brought here in 1555. We worked as slaves for free, chattel property for free for 310 years.
310 years.
310 years. And listen, Brother Gerald pointed out, man, I'm a businessman. I'm just trying to think, how good could I do if I made all my barbers work for 3 years for free?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, just imagine. Just imagine. You have somebody working for a year for free. And we're not talking about 40-hour work weeks.
Come on.
Come on, man. Teach.
We're not talking about from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
We talk about from can't see to can't see. Can't see morning to can't see at night.
That's right.
Every single day. We might give them Christmas off,
That's messed up.
right? We might let them go to church on Easter or something.
Come on.
Yeah.
But other than that, you working constantly. And you loading this man's pockets.
Every
You loading this man's pockets, loading this man, and he building. Y'all ever seen them,
No, you build.
yeah. Y'all ever seen them houses down south, them plantation houses? And they got pillars,
Yes, sir.
columns. Like, you building, like, really? But you ask them for reparations, and they look at you like you out your mind.
Yeah.
They had RFK Kennedy was here. He was down at Brother Jeff's for a talk, and the black people was asking him some really good questions. Really good questions, Brother Gerald. I was impressed
Yeah.
because they was not letting him off the hook, and they asked him about reparations, right? And, you know, he stutters, so it take him a long time to get it out. But he said, I'm not gonna do anything. This is with regards to reparations. He said, I'm not gonna do anything that I don't think the Congress will pass. Told him straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I mean, it was kind of refreshing to hear a white man actually tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
But then he said, then the sister gave him a follow-up question. She said, well, what about, don't you represent what the people want?
Yeah.
And he said, I represent what I think is right. He said that.
That's deep.
He said, I represent what I think is right. Now, I'm not going to do everything that the people tell me to do. I said, whoa. But my point is, he was very dismissive when it came
Black people.
to black people, especially when it came to reparations.
Come on.
Yeah.
Joe Biden did the same thing when Ice Cube came to him with the I forgot what they called the deal. It was the deal for black people though.
Yeah.
Same thing. Very, very dismissive. And in truth, you know, we not caping for Trump, but Donald Trump, to his credit, is the only one who's done a little bit of something for black people. Because he gave money to the HBCUs.
Yeah.
But my point is, in terms of this point, there ain't none of them talking about reparations.
That's right.
And ain't none of them want to acknowledge the fact that we worked for so long for free that we built everything in this country.
That's right. Go ahead.
Not one of them. So this point is very, very important. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Oh, I like this one. Point number 8. We want the government of the United States to exempt our people from all taxation.
That's right.
As long as we are deprived of equal justice under the laws of the land. Man. That's a beautiful point.
Yeah.
And again, it speaks to, again, being deprived of equality. We should not have to pay taxes.
That's right.
Matter of fact, you don't have to pay taxes. You can risk going to jail, but...
Yes,
but this is a very important point, because the founding fathers of this country, one of their principles of getting away from who they thought was their oppressor was the principle of taxation without representation.
That's right.
That's exactly right. Taxation without representation is tyranny.
That's right.
And so the question has to be asked amongst us. Where's our representation?
Go ahead.
Where's the representation in the Congress for the black nation? Think that over now. Who's your congressman? Most of us don't even know our congressman's name. And it's really not even worth knowing his name because he's not doing nothing for us.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So we have election season running up. And again, they're going to ask us to vote for Satan or the devil, Beelzebub or Lucifer, Trump or Biden, whatever, whoever. And none of them represent our interests.
None of them. Go ahead, brother.
True.
So the fact of the matter is we shouldn't, in my opinion, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. But I'm not going to vote for none of them devils.
That's right.
Yeah, go
All
ahead. Go
praise
ahead.
be to Allah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not going to vote for near one of them. Because don't near one of them represent my interests.
That's right.
They're not even, they won't even pretend like they represent.
Right.
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
They treat black people like we are nothing.
Nothing.
That's right.
And we
That's right.
go for it
That's right.
because they got a D behind their name.
Mm.
And the Democrats, the Democrats ain't never did nothing for us.
That's right.
And the Republicans, the Republicans, they do the same exact thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Same truth.
Same gang, man.
Yeah.
They don't like Trump though. That's true. They do not like Trump. And he's facing some serious problems.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8. Not number 8, number 9. All right, we getting through it. We want equal education. I love this. But separate schools up to 16 for boys and 18 for girls on the condition that the girls be sent to women's colleges and universities. We want all black children educated, taught, and trained by their own teachers. Under such schooling system, we believe we will make a better nation of people. The United States government should provide free all necessary textbooks and equipment, schools and college buildings. The Muslim teachers shall be left free to teach and train their people in the way of righteousness, decency, and self-respect.
That's right.
Mm.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
Oh, that's such a beautiful point.
Yes, sir.
That's such a beautiful one. Man, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is such a beautiful, exquisite human being.
That's
The
right.
exalted Christ. That's Christ teaching right there.
That's right.
Yeah. Go
That's
ahead.
love.
That's right.
We want
School.
equal education, but separate schools for up to 16 for boys and 18 for girls. Now that's important because being natural men and natural women, you need to separate the sexes in school.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's just straight wisdom. To where the boys are focused on their education and the girls are focused on their education.
Yes, sir.
They're not distracted by puberty. Y'all know what happened when puberty
Yeah.
hit.
Yes, sir.
I know what happened when puberty hit me.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? But being a natural human being, that's what happens. If you got a little girl sitting next to you that you like, or a little boy sitting next to you, sister, that you like,
Right.
it's natural.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta separate them, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Up to 16 for boys and 18 for girls. On the condition, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad want to keep them girls right.
That's
That's
That
right.
they be sent to women's colleges and universities. Go and get all the way through all of your teaching and your training.
Right.
Then you start focusing on what comes next.
Yes, sir.
Marriage and
That's
having a
right.
family.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. We want all black children educated, taught, and trained by their own teachers. I love it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that every word that he gives us needs to be parsed. It needs to be looked into. It needs to be pieced apart so that we understand exactly what he's saying. He says we want all black children educated, taught, and trained by their own teachers. What we receive in the so-called educational system of the devil is not an education.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Are
Go ahead.
y'all hearing
Go
me?
ahead.
Yes, sir.
You go to school, wherever you at in the community, that's not no education.
Teach on the truth.
That's an indoctrination.
That's
That's right.
That's part of the program.
That's right.
Go
They're
ahead,
teaching,
brother.
they're teaching you and training you to memorize
Right.
certain things to
Right.
pass the test. That's not education.
That's right.
Education. Go ahead.
Education comes from the root word educare, which means to bring forth that which is already in.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Teach.
My education is going to be different from Brother Rashid's education, and Brother Gerald's and Brother Jamal's, because we're different human beings.
That's right.
You can't get me to memorize what he memorized. He's a mathematician. I'm an artist. He's a scientist. I'm a musician.
That's right.
And we have a very unique experience. Right? I mean, we're different from any other black people on earth.
That's right.
That's right.
To where, I mean, we have just totally been corrupted. Totally been corrupted. Not only our blood, but our brains have been corrupted.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the Holy Quran says it like this, that corruption has appeared on the land and the sea
Go ahead.
on account of what man's hands have brought. And so with us, it's not just our bodies, but it's our minds. The
That's
sea
right.
represents knowledge.
That's right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So everything that we've been taught has corrupted us. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in trying to heal us and trying to, because this is a hospital. Let's keep it 100.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a hospital. Some of us are really super duper sick.
Yes, sir.
And some of us are just a little bit well than the others, but none of us are where we need to be.
That's right.
But if you're trying to get healed, you can't allow the one who caused the sickness come into the space that you're trying to heal.
Yeah. That's right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Complete sense.
You love who you love, but you need to love yourself first. Gotta love self first. And then, you know, whatever.
Go ahead.
Whether
Go ahead, brother.
You gotta love self first
That's right.
before you even entertain that. Like, and here's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was really trying to teach us. Because we just don't have no damn sense. When you talk about Jewish people really should be studied.
That's right.
That's right.
Because they're a very small minority population, but they wield a tremendous amount of power. And it really, in truth, is because they have a knowledge of themselves.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
They have culture that they don't stray away from.
That's
Right.
right.
They stay on code with the culture that they were brought up in,
That's right.
Yeah.
no matter what.
That's right. Say that again.
So when Jews experienced the Holocaust,
Yeah.
culturally, they said, never again. We've
That's
all
right.
heard it before, right? Never again. And they look at those who put them in that condition as their enemies.
That's right.
And they would hunt Nazis down, you know,
Hunt 'em
10
down.
and 20
That's
and
right.
40 and 50 and 100 years later
Yeah. Go
for
ahead.
what they did to them back then.
That's right.
Come on.
And you would never catch a Jewish girl or a Jewish boy who would take on a Nazi husband or wife
That's a fact.
after having knowledge of the Holocaust.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Never. We are the complete opposite.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
Think that over now.
Teach.
Because we were enslaved.
That's right.
And the psychological trick that white folks put on us was so cold that they made themselves, even though they were the perpetrators of our ultimate destruction, they made themselves our heart's desire.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow.
They made, even though they were the worst people that ever happened to us, they made themselves the standard of beauty to us.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a cold trick.
That's a cold trick.
Very cool.
So we look to them as the standard.
Wow.
We don't feel successful unless we moving in circles
With
with white people.
That's right.
We, even though we have a black woman, a lot of times, brothers, we find the lightest skinned black woman that we could find.
Yeah,
Think that over now.
that's right.
Even though, sister, we have the most beautiful hair that Allah ever created, we'll straighten it out and blonde it out,
Pink it out.
pink it out, whatever, to conform to white standards of beauty.
Yeah,
We'll fix our nose and we'll put makeup on that makes us look lighter than what we actually are. All of that is white supremacy.
that's right.
All of that is why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we believe that intermarriage or race mixing should be prohibited. He wanted to stop it.
Yeah,
He saw the damage. He know, man. He know. Look, his teacher was the product of an interracial marriage.
yeah,
The great Mahdi.
That's right.
Is that right?
that's right.
But that purpose was divine.
Right. Teach.
That purpose was because, look, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is giving us a solution between black and white.
That's right.
So, Master Fard Muhammad being part black and white was so that he can give justice to both.
To both people.
There you go.
Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
We want the religion of Islam taught without hindrance or suppression. See, they do their best to hinder us
That's right.
in every way. And you know, a lot of times we don't even see that we're being hindered.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
just working cheerfully. Right? But the enemy is doing his best to hinder and to suppress the teaching of Islam.
That's right.
That's right. Constant.
Go ahead, brother. Go
The
ahead.
Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a group of, so-called Jews, has this particular study group, the one you're sitting there right now, labeled as a hate group.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's suppression.
Absolutely.
That's hindrance.
Yes, sir.
And then they, of course, they had the nerve to dismiss the case that was leveled
Yeah,
by the
that's
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, saying that we didn't prove damages. Like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, look at the people.
Look at the people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ask the people what they think of the Nation of Islam and why they think that way.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Man.
Praise be to Allah.
We couldn't prove damages.
Couldn't prove damages. Didn't prove enough injury.
Yeah,
We got a case that's almost 300 pages
yeah.
with exhibits and the whole nine.
300 pages.
Damn.
And we couldn't prove it. Like, seriously. But that's what happens when your brother is the judge.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
That's what happens when your brother controls the courts.
Right.
You just dismiss the case.
Yep.
What they gonna do about it? What they gonna do about it? well, Allah gonna do something about it.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Praise be to Allah. But this is the Muslim program. This points 1 through 10 are what Muslims want. And the reason why I'm doing it this way, brothers and sisters, going over the Muslim program is because y'all ever heard the saying that familiarity breeds contempt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of times if you see something a lot, you know what I'm saying, just man, you know what I'm saying? It's like we see each other and we begin to take each other for granted, but we really don't look at the value of one another.
That's right.
See, each one of us brings something different to the table.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, sir. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that all Muslims are Allah.
That's right.
All Muslims.
Teach.
That's right.
All Muslims are Allah. So when I look at you, man, I gotta find out Allah.
Right.
I gotta value you.
That's
So I'm
right.
saying that to say the Muslim program is in every issue of the Final Call newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Every single one. Muhammad speaks too.
That's
So
right.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wants you to know exactly what the program is because he's trying to put you on that course. Gonna change everything. Because once something changes up in here, everything else changes. Your
That's
whole
right.
reality changes.
That's right.
Is that right? All
right.
praise is due to Allah. So we're gonna put a pin in. We'll go into what the Muslims believe on the next one. All praise is due to Allah.
Yes,
but
sir.
in conclusion, I just want to say that what the Muslims want, what the Muslims want.
Yes, sir.
That's key.
That's right.
The Muslims. What the Muslims want is what you should want.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And we should do like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said and fly to Allah
Yes, sir.
and come follow the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's
And with
right.
that, I'm going to greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Praises be to Allah.
I'm a DJ in your town, looking for direction, matter of fact the produce section. Can I get more? On the way to school, walking by the prison door, plus 2 liquor stores and a dog park. Talk about an eyesore when the post park. Have you ever seen a collard green when it grow up? Now show up.